round differential. But on ATK, I totally get it. Outside of Inferno, which they really love to play, the results haven't necessarily been there. They have 12 games played, 6-6, and a +1 round differential. So yeah, I mean, outside of Vertigo, I would say Nuke is their second best map right now.
Is with Inferno waiting the wings too,
Yep.
and Mirage being our decider. We kick things off here. Map number 1 between Third Impact and A. Red box, including the bomb, and tucking in towards credit cards is Rezu, and that's going to lead them down secret and in towards a B site, which has a couple of players here, I do believe, Grape being one of those. Will they be ready? Dane's already picked up Fady as well, but the bomb can go down. B site's been abandoned. Can Viz hold this down from ramp?
Oh. I guess you got your answer. He goes down in a heap, but Rizu does come back and get a response on MOTM, so it is a 4v3. ATK did get the bomb planted here, but look at Third Impact. They're charging on forward. Grape manages to take down Truth, and now it's all up to Mistim and Bowden Master. Bowden gets taken down by Exceed. Everyone's got a frag except for Viz has already been taken down, and also Mistim will be dropped here. Exceed finally ends it, and the defusal will come through. At the very least, ATK get the bomb plant, but post-plant was all Third Impact.
There wasn't much of a post plan at all. It was dismantled one by one by one. Peaks were taken by ATK, and it was met with a headshot just about all around. Third Impact swarming onto that B side for the retake. And ATK are going to go for the force here, but it's not going to be terribly strong compared to whether if they would have gotten 3, even 4 kills in the pistol round. They only got 1. So they're going to be severely lacking in terms of utility. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, 2 players without armor as well. They're dropping over the AKs. A scout's been dropped over to Bowden as well. And Fady is on a... Okay, yeah. Give Fady the MAC-10. Give Unarmored Truth the Deagle. That would have been a bit of a mistake there. But they'll have Mistim and MOTM on AKs.
Mhm.
I'm still worried about the lack of utility, too. Fady does pick up a Molotov at the end there, too, and Flashbang. But, John, it's really light on utility on a map like Nuke. They're going to have to try and brute force their way past this Third Impact buy-up.
Yeah, and it's really hard to take the outer yard, right, without the smokes. Only Fady having that lone smoke, so we'll see what they end up deciding to do. As MOTM is working his way out our yard. He's got a couple of contacts potentially in his way, probably 3 if he ends up going towards that A site. Rizu's the first task for him to take care of. And MOTM taking his time around the red box here with 58 seconds left on the clock. The rest of his team is going through lobby, and it looks like it's going to be a ramp hit. Perhaps MOTM's going to try and take down the rotations, assuming they would go down secret from the A site.
Viz has Grape, though. Grape can tag him. Viz can bag him, but that's even one better from Grape. He's mollied away. We'll try and reaggress, though. Gets a tag onto Truth. Odin's been tagged as well. Viz, however, fallen without finding anything, and Grape gets taken down as well. Mistim and Truth opening up that B side, but Rezu's rotated down. Exceed's making his way as well. In comes Rezu, but MOTM has his number. Seed and Dane getting taken down quite low. Bomb plant coming through for ATK. The post plants need to be strong, but they have the man advantage. And I think they have a bit of a firepower advantage as well. The odds are in their favor. Called it a day. Exceed gets taken down. And while there might be a lot of damage done, it does not matter. Rifle delivered as well into the hands of ATK. This is going to be their first round on the board to strike right back.
Yeah, well done for ATK on the force buy, of course, with that bomb plant helping them get a couple of AKs in their hands. That was a difference maker. And Third Impact, they just couldn't win their duels. MOTM in particular, coming up on the flank as he was lurking towards outer yard, went through secret and just caught Rizu completely off guard. So Dane now just going to try and save the FAMAS as ATK, as you mentioned, picking up their first round on the board. Like we were alluding to earlier on, this is probably going to be a pretty tightly contested matchup. I think it comes down to how well Bowden Master and Truth are going to play. Obviously, their pings being a bit more elevated, but maybe that won't be that big of a difference for them.
Yeah, actually, have we got a ping check?
Yeah, actually, just want to make sure. I'm assuming they're playing from Europe here.
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I take it back. Ping does not matter then.
No. ATK have kept this move silent as well, which is very impressive in today's leaky age of Counter-Strike news. So, ATK, maybe 2 new members, maybe they're just on trial. Either way, they've been brought out to play in person. So, can Truth and Bowden Master find their spot here on this ATK roster? We'll find out. A counterforce has been called though by Third Impact. FAMAS saved pistols and armor with a good amount of utility too. Considering all that's been used, smoke and 3 flashes still remain. I'm not so sure about the dual Beretta pick on this round, though. I love the dualies, but this is not the time to pull them out.
I mean, look, they're an underrated pistol, honestly. They got a buff a little while ago, and I mean, I say a little while ago, it's been quite some time, but
Yeah.
they are quite effective now. So we'll see. Maybe XC can do some damage. Look at this. He gets
Oh my
one. You
gosh.
shouldn't have questioned him. He's going to get himself maybe a second. No, it ends up being damage done, and he does go down for the count, but it is third impact all the way here on the Force by 4v2 and now a 4v1. The shots are rattling off here and connecting with the heads of ATK. And it's only Bodenmaster left as everything falls apart. First, they tried to hit A, then they try to adjust towards ramp, but it's just a slaughter.
It is a slaughter with the dualies doing so much damage on that
Yes.
entry too. I did not expect them to pick up more than one kill. That's just masterful work from Exceed. Really coming back into form there after a long-term break. Played a couple of seasons, and he's really starting to step back into his full
Yeah.
capabilities. Bowden, though, he could still pull off a bomb plant potentially, getting this open on the hut. Perfect timing there by Grape, though. Holds his nerve, finishes off Bowden. It will be 2-1. The war of attrition comes back and forth. Both teams holding serve, John. Can we get a break here? Our third impact going to be able to keep?
I mean, I guess we'll see because third impact, that's a big round for them to get. That said, ATK off of their previous round victory because they didn't lose many players, right, in the force buy that they had, and they had a couple of AKs coming through. So they're able to save up enough money to get 4 AKs and the scout once more. So they still have a chance to get right back on the board here. And third impact will have to be careful with how they play this. Rizu throwing some early utility. It connects. Truth going down to 71. Not too bad for him. And here comes the smokes from the ATK side to take some control of outer yard. That shot's going to help Bodenmaster making his impact felt into this round with an opening frag.
It's a great scout kill, too. The least amount of firepower, you would say, compared to the AKs. Gets the opening duel. Rezu getting caught outside towards credits. MOTM doing this lurk job again. This is about, I think, 3 rounds out of 4 he's done this sort of push. And if third impact aren't ready for it, it's going to be a full me thrice shame on me situation. Viz, he's away. Oh, man, he was aware. He was ready, but he just could not win that duel exposed. Dane's taking out Fady in the meantime, but it's a B-side open for ATK. They can get that bomb down, set up on posts again. Plenty of retake utility, though. It's going to be a matter of time before third impact try and get their way back through, and the health on MOTM is going to be a bit of a factor. But the scout is going to be something to contend with. Just even tagging them away could deter this retake.
Here comes Dane. He's going to move in. He's got support in his right. That's Grape. And just going to peer on in. Need to find that opening frag and even out the numbers to make this retake a little more viable. But Truth is not going to deny them. It's actually MOTM to get one, but the trade comes right on back. 2v2. Very much possible for third impact, but time is against them. They have to make their move, and miss them shuts down Grape. That means Exceed. He has the kit, needs to get the frag, comes around, can't get it. It's missed him with the 2K in the round, and ATK tie things up at 2.
Both teams holding serve. Now it's ATK's prime chance to break. It's just about love 40 right now. Pistols in the hands of third impact. But the problem is they've already won a round like this, and they haven't actually fully invested into this one. Are they going to go for the full eco save and concede this one clean? Exceeds bought a 5-7. That's it. $500 in terms of investment coming in from third impact. And I guess they're counting on the loss bonus to get them into the next round because they're going in the stock pistols. And Fady's got the perfect farming tool. He's going to grab up 2. Maybe even a third of this scythe. MOTM as well has a MAC-10. Rezu's going to let him run by, maybe get a cheeky kill or 2. Even if he manages 1, I think it would be more than enough. Truth, 5 HP, still gets the kill. He should toss that AK over to one of those MAC-10 players. Fady gets 4 kills on the Mac Daddy. $2,400 in the bank.
Fady farming those anti-eco frags. His first 4 frags of the match, actually.
Yeah.
And he gets quite a bit of money, as you mentioned, from
And
that.
confidence.
Yeah, well, it helps. You know what? I mean,
It does.
even though they aren't necessarily the most difficult frags to get, they always are helpful. There's no doubt, to get your rhythm going. As ATK, as mentioned, take the 3-2 lead. And Fady's a player they typically rely on. He was their top frag last season with 340 frags and 72.7 ADR. His ADR only behind MOTM at 72.8. And he was also top frag in the Mythic Cup as Rizu is going to get the opener over on Truth. MOTM trades it right on back, but man, the eco rounds and the force buys have been a little scary if you're on the ATK side anyway from the third impact squad. Third impact, Grape tapping away with the P250, can't connect with the heads, but now he gets a chance. Too many chances, honestly, Austin, because Grape gets missed him, who had an opportunity to finish him off with the AK. Thankfully, at least for ATK, Bowden is able to take down Grape.
Why is the bomb taking that fight is the bigger question.
Yeah.
Mistim needs to avoid that fight. He doesn't need to take that. Go with the rest of your team. Have somebody watch the back. Have somebody keep an eye on Decon. And you
Oh,
have
Dane!
that's a great kill by Dane. He's just going to probably wait. It's a 1v2. He can go for this. He doesn't have armor, though. So if he doesn't get this first kill quickly, I don't think he'll stick around too much. MOTM's in a hard spot to clear. There's a crossfire, one on stairs as Odin. And MOTM gets the timing. Good
Nice.
mop up there by MOTM. 4 kills on the round. But that's far too close for comfort for ATK to really stomach. And again, that could have gone south if Grape gets that secondary kill after getting the bomb and the AK in hand. That could completely change the round. Bowden with a good headshot, and he's actually going to be picking up the primary opping duties from the looks of things here on ATK.
Yeah, and speaking of primary op, we were wondering who was going to use it on third impact. I guess we have our answer. It's going to be Grape, interestingly
That was not
enough.
who I expected.
No, not who I expected either, of course. So we'll see how that pans out as things go on here. Of course, good primary opera, especially on your CT side of Nuke, is quite important. MOTM is going to get at Rizu right off the bat here. And ATK, speaking of being on Nuke, on T side, 5 rounds is good. 6 rounds is probably what you're aiming for on your T side of Nuke. Anything more is fantastic. So ATK is already more than halfway there.
They're 2/3 of the way there, I would say, for that ideal 6-round score line, and they've already picked up Rezu again out credit cards. It's, I believe, the 4th time he's died out our yard in that similar position, and he hasn't really been able to do too much from that spot as well, which is going to become a major concern for Third Impact. If he can't stay alive, it gives so much more control over to ATK, and it allows these lurks. Viz is going to try and counter playing in from hell, but he's going to be sent up the ladder instead. This throws Third Impact into a very chaotic defense, where they have to be so proactive and so aggressive, where they can just get caught out by plays like this from Truth. Exceed picks up Mistum, and that's a good kill to return things, and Grapes finally found one on the op. He strikes again, coming in to help out his old advanced teammate Viz. 4v3 for Third Impact, but the time is ticking, and Bowden's picked up Exceed, holding in towards Mini.
That's a really good play by Bowden to isolate the mini player and find the frag, but Viz is going to strike back on Fady to make it a 3v2, now a 3v1. Grape doesn't realize a second player is there, so Bowden takes him down. But Third Impact still have the man advantage, and time is ticking away. I mean, Bowden does have the bomb. He can try to go to the B site. 15 seconds left. He has to make a run for it. No one is there, so this will be likely a free plant unless the rotation comes through quickly enough. And, I mean, Bowden waiting here is probably going to allow Dane to get through. That's a great Molotov, though, and Dane doesn't care. He runs right through it, and he takes down Bowden. That is going to be that. Third Impact are back to it.
What a read by Dane, too. He saw the time. He saw it was about 4 seconds. He knew that had to be stuck, so he says, you know what? Through the fire and the flames, I'll carry on into a round victory.
Yes,
it's a big win for Third Impact. The problem is they lost 3 players. The op recovery is massive because it gets Grape back onto the AWP. I want to see him take it out our yard, though, because Rezu is just not doing a good enough job outside. He's giving up way too much room to ATK, who continue to exploit this outer play. Lurk Smoke's already out for MOTM. He's just trying to bait out some aggressive peeks. But again, they need some more control outer yard, I think, to really force ATK into choke points instead. But that's a good hold from Exceed. He's sitting at second vent and he spots the leg through the gap in the smoke. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but if it was, perfect setup.
Yeah, it could have just been taking an advantage of a misthrown smoke, but either way, that also can't be an intentional one, right? So either way, Third Impact get off to the start they were looking for into this round 5v4, and they're slowly ticking away at the economy of ATK, who if they lose this round will be in a little bit of a tight spot. Grape now towards Ramp. It's a wicked shot on Bowden with the op, but MOTM knows that Rizu is hiding around that corner, wall bangs him down in secret, and that will even things out almost. Still a man advantage for Third Impact.
Exceed still holding around, playing a back Tetris angle. It's a good spot to hold from a squeaky rush. There's not much utility left, just 3 flashbangs. Mistim's going to go on top of hut, or on top of lobby, I should say, and chuck those in. Presumably, at least the one he has. Truth will be the other one holding it in. In comes the flash. Exceed's not blind, though. Not for long, anyway. He sprays down both players, crisp and clean, and he's even got himself a dink. Dane Joris will be the one to finish it off, but still, Exceed does so well. The first kill and then the next 2. That's the Exceed you want to see if you are a Third Impact fan or a Third Impact player. This is the Exceed that's stepping up into a star player role. Grape's been incredibly strong as well, but if Exceed and Grape hit their peak, with Dane being the steady rock of a fragger he is, this team becomes incredibly deadly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Exceed's always been a strong player. Even last season with 60 taking the lead in terms of frags with the big green, he was still up there, 302 frags and a plus 28 kill to death differential, along with 24 3 kill plus rounds. He also led the league, or didn't lead the league. He was number 2 in the league with 4Ks at 8. As Dane's gonna get a quick little 3K here. Finally, Fady takes him down. The damage probably already done as Rizu finds Fady looking the wrong way. At least missed him gets the bomb plant, though. I'm pretty sure that's what ATK was trying to
Yeah.
get out of this round, right?
That is the goal. It was a very low investment round. They went for basically a half buy, if that. Minimal investment, a lot of pressure over towards A just to draw the full focus and open this up for a B plant for Mistim, who's still doing what damage he can. Only 2 kills in the end, but still. Bomb plant, 2 kills, more than enough for ATK. A very good result in the end. Mistim, good play calling there, but third impact, weather the storm. They get that defused with plenty of time. And they keep the op plus the AKs in hand, which I think is the most important part there. They have plenty of utility as well to use into this next round. And their money, it's starting to grow quite a bit. Visit 5K, 7K for Exceed and Great, or I guess Exceed is to buy down, so it'll be down to 1,500, but still, 4,100 on Great, 5,100 on Viz, 35 for Rezu. Pretty solid overall. Dane just below that 3K mark. But Odin's got the op again, and I want to see this guy get activated, because the one time we saw him have an op, he had some solid impact. He's been good with the scout as well. And I think Bowden getting activated outside, or even towards a ramp pick, would be a big boon to ATK on this attacking side. They could get some opening picks. Exceeded, he just spot baited.
I don't know if he knows Fady's here, but he's got an inkling that someone snuck on through. And there you go. Audio cue given away. They know a player is down in the vents. Grape spotting out, sees the AK, and Fady draws out the shot. Well, that means he's going to gain some space and maybe try to close the gap on Grape. But no, he decides to stay in the vents and wait for rotations to come through. Fady trying to play this intelligently, and now he'll finally move out of those vents. MOTM trying to support a lobby push by Exceed, and Exceed does actually go down to Bowden Master. So 4v4, numbers stay even, and a Molotov ticks down Ruzu, but Grape is going to find Fady creeping on through Secret. That will give the man advantage to third impact.
I don't know if that one-for-one trade's going to be enough, but with Grape evening it out, or I should say getting the man advantage, it's going to be a lot better. Bowden and Grape exchange broadsides, neither connects. The water sprays up. Fizz has popped MOTM's brain, though, but Mistim trades it right back on Rezu. Dane and Hunt has to hold down the site. Will they clear him? In comes Bowden with the op. It's been seen. Dane knows he's here. No bomb plant sound just yet. Great nade comes in from heaven. It helps out Dane, who just buys more time. They know where Bowden is. Fizz comes in. The Guardian Angel. And it's going to be a 6-4 lead for third impact here as they keep 3 alive yet again, keeping their money relatively strong. And they finally cracked the code of this ATKT side, I think, John. They're really getting comfortable now. They're not panicking, and they're reading it very well.
That was a big round victory for third impact because it really starts to separate the economy between them and ATK. And once you get your CT economy on your feet like this, it becomes a lot easier to just start winning those rounds and punishing the T's right into the ground. So we'll see if third impact can continue on forward with this momentum, or if ATK kind of punch on through it. They do have an eco buy right now. It's going to be 4 Tech 9s and a Deagle, and Exceed, I think he spotted them out. They were spamming through the smoke. He gets one of his own through that said smoke as MOTM goes down. 5v4. ATK has managed to make their run to the B side. This is the second time they managed to sneak on through and get this bomb planted. Will they survive is another question, but at the very least on their eco, they will get an extra $800 in the bank account in the following round. Look at Bowden. He goes down to 7, but at least he gets one on Biz, and he could get a second, but no. Rizu shuts him down, and this should be it for ATK unless Fady can do something magical. Well, he does get one. Could get Dane as well, and he does. It's an AK upgrade at the very least.
He's low on health, but so is Rezu. Headshots, can he connect him? It's a ninja defuse from Grape, and Rezu will swing at the end, double doors, and take down Fady. But it's still a very strong eco round again. We've seen these teams, both of them, do very well on the ecos, on the force buys. ATK getting those bomb plants again. Third impact are content to leave this B site relatively undefended, but they do this against the guns. They're going to get punished for it. They already got punished for it, I want to say, back on round 5. So for third impact, yeah, you're winning the rounds, but I don't know if you can really let them have their free reign of the B site. ATK do like to pressure it quite a bit, and they get the outer yard control almost every round.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising to see third impact play so passively on that B side. I mean, you have Rizu actually gaining a lot of information this time, so they don't want to let that secret play come through. And Rizu is going to make sure that at least that ground has been closed. ATK doubling back now, resetting towards T-spawn. They want to get this wall of smokes thrown so that they can push on forward towards the outer yard. I mean, honestly, it's been working for them so well. I cannot blame them for trying this once more.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's been their moneymakers so far, and they've been able to get the outer yard pick so often. But I think it might just be a fake.
Yeah.
I like this call a lot from Mistim. He's utilizing that sort of conditioning that they've had for so long, where the outside smokes go through. It's going to be a push, and they're going to go into the A site pop mode. Truth, he's just going to get caught outside that smoke, and I believe Fady spotted as well. That's a good kill. And Exceed falls as well. Fady's doubled down, and maybe now there's an opportunity towards the A site from ATK.
Oh, nice shot from Grape to even things out at a 3v3. 39 seconds left now. ATK looking to get that bomb planted on the A site, but they still have to clear out a lot of angles. Now Missim's going to plant it. Maybe he'll get peeked upon here. No, Grape decides to wait for the reinforcements, and Viz finds MOTM. All right, 3v2 on the retake now. Maybe Mistim will be able to throw a wrench into the plans here. Oh, third impact. Where is Mistim? Bowden is actually going to get Rizu, and now Bowden looking to flick up towards heaven, gets tagged down to 16. And yeah, Mistim just waiting right on default, so it's going to be tough here for ATK to hang on unless Bowden hits all his shots, and he does! Mistim finds the last one, and that's going to be ATK stealing one from third impact.
That is a steal indeed, and it starts with that Fady 2K to really open up that site. After that, it was a good scale onto the site, but that is really down to Bowden getting that first kill off towards heaven and then taking out Viz, who was such a thorn in the side of ATK in that round, picking up MOTM on the flank. Without that kill from Bowden, it's a for sure third impact round almost at that point. And ATK will get their fit. That's the bare minimum you want to have on a T side. And third impact are actually quite broke after this round. If they lose it, John, ATK should have a nice road to a 7th. So there's an opportunity and a big one for ATK to try and get a strong lead out of this half. Even a 7th round would be huge. Grape is just on the edge here, tries to take a shot. The flashbang will blind him, but he's going to be dead from the outside of Mini. MOTM is in the area, but he's not going into Mini instead. He's working out our yard, and he's gotten a kill, or rather, Fady's gotten killed by Dangerous. MOTM will find Grape out towards Mini. The off is down. MOTM is trying to get a second, but Rezu will shut him down, and his tear outer yard will end for now. 4v3 in the favor of third impact, and ATK are resetting, going back outside lobby. Are they going to try the outer yard play once more? There's still going to be Exceed to deal with.
Surprised MOTM didn't get that second, honestly. It looked like he had it lined up, but he just couldn't hit the shots, and his spray was a little bit off. So as he goes down, that's the man advantage for third impact. It is a soft man advantage with Rizu down to 22 and Dane at 65. So if you're looking at the overall health, it's, I think, slightly in favor of ATK. I was looking here. I'm not going to do the quick math right now, but I do believe right. ATK have the edge. Yeah. Exceed is going to get one, but he gets traded out by Bowden, but Dane is right there to ensure that Bowden cannot take a single step further into this round. Missed him. Last one standing, 23 seconds left. He's going to do what he did last time. He was the last man. He's going to go towards that B site and try to get the bomb planted, but I think third impact have realized what's happening here. Viz is coming through, and it should be an easy frag for him. Good smoke thrown by Mistim, but he gets spammed down to 22.
Does he get the plant? Good shutdown by Viz. That's a great read, too, by Viz to make the way down to B. It's like, they've done it before, just like you said. Mistim's done it before. Viz reads it, though. He's ready for it. And Viz is starting to come alive, too. Now everyone on third impact is having their time in the sun. They're having their moment of success, and they're really starting to come into form. One thing that's sticking out on the ATK side, though, is Truth at 2 and 11. We haven't really said his name much at all, John. And
no.
He's got 30 ADR. I think that's part of the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, Truth was one player I was wondering about when I saw that he was going to be playing here tonight, because he didn't play last season. Last time he played, I believe, was in season 38, if I'm not mistaken. 5 games. Yeah, it was only 5 games. You're absolutely right. Did play on September 2021. He played in Europe, and I'm going to butcher this, but Data Krigerne. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone who's from Europe and it's going to be like, what the heck is he saying? But anyway, he was playing with that roster, Data Krigerne, and it was at the Complet Back to Gaming Norway. And they won against 777 Esports, 16-8 on Dust 2 and 16-12 on Nuke. But that was the only match on record that he's had over the last 6 months. So I don't know. Anyway, Viz is going to get a couple here, making it look easy. And Gray follows up on Bowden. It's just all third impact.
It's a three-man collapse through heaven. Two up the ladder, one in coat room area, and then Rezus and Mini. This is a huge A stack from Third Impact, and it works out well. They've read ATK. They like to go outside. How many times have you gone outside in these 14 rounds? Just about every single round. There's at least been one or two players working their way, if not the whole squad. They love the freedom in the open areas outside. But the thing is, it's so predictable. Third Impact are reading it perfectly, and even then, when they do have those smokes down, they're like, all right, we can spam down, see what they do. We'll hold our ground on the A side. So even then, ATK don't have a free reign. Look at all this damage, too. Mistim's down. Truth gets naded, and I believe he was mollied down as well. They try to go for a ramp push, but the bomb gets dropped very far ahead. Rezu's dropping down. Grape still trying to hold the ramp. Odin has control of it, and the bomb is going to go down, I believe, towards B. They can run it back to A, though. It all depends on how they want to read the situation. And I believe a rotation back towards A is probably their best call with MOTM outside.
1:16 on the clock. ATK's last chance to get into a 6th round victory and prevent Third Impact from finding double digits on their CT side. Fady, player that they relied on in the past, goes out. Dane finds him. Dane ends up getting traded, though. Still a man advantage for Third Impact, and Exceed's not going to waste that opportunity to take down Bowden. That said, Mistim does get the headshot with the AK, and a bomb plant will come through. It's up to Mistim and MOTM. 2 of the 3 top frags in the squad still standing, so maybe they can do some damage against Grape, Rizu, and Viz and close out this round, but the bomb is taken away, so Third Impact running out of time to go for this one. They are most certainly going to charge in soon. As, yeah, there's Grape finding MOTM. That leaves only Mistim standing. Rizu doesn't look, though, for him. Grape, luckily, does manage to get the trade, and that will be a 10th round victory coming through for Third Impact as we head on over to a quick break.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't really there for me. Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quiet undertaking. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you's an enemy. Brutally awake and quiet undertaking. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some be visible? But you don't know, you don't care. Leave me to suffer, erase all the doubt. Pouring Jack in my mouth, in love with enough of the pain and the drugs to be present for now. All I'm right now, I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, cause I don't wanna be I, oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, I see no signals, no signs. Girl, you be tripping, no lies, nah. You said you're not set by. I flew in all the way for this. I'm not here to waste your time. I just can't give you vibes, you changed a bit. Girl, you mad teasing. I don't mind leaving, just let me know. She told me take it easy. Hey, yeah. I just came here to make y'all feel good. You know what the message is. Suddenly you with me now. You know what the message is. I be running wild for you, babe. You know what the message is. I don't have no patience. Ain't no conversation.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back here to the second half of Third Impact versus ATK, map number 1. And Third Impact have the decisive edge, 10-5 over ATK on their CT side. But now they're going over to their T side. That said, ATK just played against RBG on Nuke, and they struggled a bit on their CT side. Gave up 9 rounds to RBG. So we'll see perhaps if they've closed some of the issues or fixed some of the issues they were having there.
It's not a good start. Mistum will trade it back, but there's still a lot more to come. Mistum's doing all the work. Bowden's been dinked, but those two from Mistum up on heaven have to be the saving grace for ATK. Fady needs to find 1 kill here. He's forced away into radio. Going back outside the scaffolding, they're going to try and chase him down. Exceed leading the charge with a bomb in hand. Grapes engaging elsewhere on the map, and Rezu's actually going to pick up Truth. 3v3 and up with the health on. Bowden is an ever-present danger for ATK. Up the ladder and back towards A they go, but Mistum should be up in heaven. He should be here to trade this out and shut it down. In the meantime, though, Fady falls in the hands of Grape. Mistum trying to deny, trying to destroy, but he's getting tagged down too. Jumping away, grouping up with Bowden, who finds a nice headshot onto Rezu. 2v2 now, but there's a kit for Mistum. No armor, though, becomes a bit of a concern. If they group up together, they can definitely do this, but Exceed and Squeaky Door can't shut it down. He comes out as Grape drops Mistum. Perfect little 1-2 punch. And Third Impact win the pistol round. It's a great start for them. Now 11-5. And ATK, do they save? Do they force? And perhaps they'll just try and split the difference and go for a half.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Exceed, perfect timing there, waiting behind Squeaky Door and letting his teammate distract the last ATK player before charging on through and closing it out. Mistum's a very good pistol round player, as you guys saw there, and he almost did all the work for his team, but the HP just ran out for ATK, and they couldn't absorb the bullets coming from those Glocks. So, Third Impact off to an excellent start, now up 11-5 here, and only 5 rounds away from taking this first map of play off of ATK. Dane going out with the MAC-10. He's going to join 3 of his teammates in lobby, and eventually the 5th is going to join them as well. Dane will likely be the tip of the spear out of Hut, but 3 of them have already moved out of Squeaky Door. MOTM's going to have his work cut out for them. Of course, ATK just on the pistols are likely going to get wiped out. Truth does get 1, but I'm not sure how much more damage he'll be able to do. Bonin through the smoke gets Rizu, and I mean, it is a 3v2, so at the very least, they've done the damage to Third Impact here, but Dane will clean things out with the MAC-10, building up $1,200 into his bank account. Very quick round there, Austin, as Third Impact pick up a 12.
They do pick up the 12th. It's pretty clean overall, considering the fact that Third Impact walked into a 5-man stack. That's the thing. ATK went the full gamble stack on A, and it panned out with 2 kills. It was a great read to drop down the vents, too. I believe that was by Grape, so heads-up play there, too. But Dane mopped up the last before that bomb could even go down. Dane's performing admirably. His return to ESL Challenger League. He took a season off and advanced, I believe, but it's always good to see him back. He's been sticking around the scene for so long, too.
Absolutely. And I mean, his stats in advance were about what you would usually see from him at the premier level. And if you go back to season 38, he was still very good. I was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised when Third Impact got relegated. I thought they were going to be able to hang on to their premier spot, now Challenger League, of course. But it didn't work out for them. That said, if you go back to season 38 for Dane, he had 319 frags and a plus 24 kill to death differential, along with an ADR of 77.4. And that's usually what you're going to get from him. He's a very consistent fragger and someone you can rely upon. So Exceed is going to toss that Molotov
Oh,
through the
no.
smoke, but Rizu gets Fady after MOTM finds the first frag. So Third Impact will gain a lot of space to the B site. They do have one player to worry about, that is Mistim, and he can certainly hold his own.
They don't clear him. They
Oh,
don't
no,
clear him. They've
no,
all
no.
three gone. John, it's the second missed corner
no.
clear that we've seen from Third Impact. And this one is so detrimental. A massive 3-down spray from Mistim. That's a big round for ATK to gain. But what is the crux of the problem? Not clearing your corners.
Oh no, that's embarrassing. I've got to be honest here. Look, you got 3 players going down. You have to have one of them check that corner, at least one. It's not like it's an uncommon place for the CTs to hide, and no one looks at all. Afterwards, Missim just like, okay, I'll take 3 free frags. Sure, why not? He jumps up to 14. In fact, the only player, one of 2 players that are positive, Bowden, the other one, both of them sitting at 14 frags. And MOTM is just going to drop Rizu. Now Third Impact have run out of cash here. Maybe the Deagle on Exceed can do some damage, but yeah. Talking a little bit more about Bowden, though, as he's going to find himself another anti-eco frag on Grape, and I think the round is pretty much concluded. So let's talk about Bowden's stats here. Last season in advance, 244 frags, plus 4 kill to death differential, and also had 16 3 kill plus rounds, excuse me, with 2 of those being 4Ks. He's also played advanced for 11 seasons in a row, so he's been grinding it out. The thing is, he just hasn't managed to make his way back to that premier level, I should say Challenger League level now, for some time.
Yeah, but here he's in the North American region instead of EU, which...
Yeah, it's different, right?
It is different. There are different levels, as much as I hate to admit it as a North American guy. EU Advanced is far greater than our own Advanced Division. And I would say just about some of those top EU Advanced teams are pretty much on par with the mass majority of teams you'd see in NA Challenger League, so... There's definitely a gulf between the 2 regions, and Bowden's having a fun time here in NA.
There's no doubt. And one thing we do have to mention, by the way, just saw in chat actually that Truth just landed in North America 10 hours ago. So it's been a travel day for him, which might explain why he's struggling a little bit to get going here, right?
Yeah.
It's never easy. Not to mention, look, you just landed 10 hours ago. There's a huge time adjustment, right? And you're into a match in Premier or Challenger League. Man, I still have to get used to that, but yeah.
It's being a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a good pickup, though. A good trade. Oh, that's even better. 2-for-1 trade for Third Impact outside. Grape's getting one on the op. He hasn't always had the op in his hands, but when he has, he's definitely had some solid impact. But his rifling, too, is something that makes him such a powerful player for Third Impact. He's not an op one trick. He's not an op crutch. He can do the damage, whether it's a rifle or an AWP. And we're seeing that now. It's a good cover for his teammates, too, which I think is a better part. It showed a lot of maturity there as an opper, even though he's not necessarily used to the role.
Right.
But with this man advantage, what do they do here? They're kind of stalling out. They're going to have to bust in towards B. And I don't think there's anyone here for ATK. They could get caught off guard.
Oh, man. Yeah, Third Impact's going to walk right through here. You're absolutely right, Austin. No one is available or in the vicinity. Do some damage. Now, finally, they make the rotation. 2 players coming through, but it's too late, at least, to deny the bomb plant. Then Dane through the smoke connects on Mistim. Fady goes down, and Rizu wraps it up with the frag on Truth. Nicely done for Third Impact. They bounce back from that previous round loss and get their 13th on the board. That said, at least for ATK, they'll be able to buy up here pretty much fully, and the big green is out in the hands of Bowden.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Bowden. He's looking very calm and confident on this new roster. I'm wondering what the language difference is going to be like, too, if there's a little bit of a language barrier between these players and the team, but it doesn't seem like it's affecting Bowden too much. He's going very aggressive red box. Says MOTM with him, too, but Exceed is waiting for it. Bowden will trade it back, though. Grape tries to go for the refrag, but Bowden has his number 2. Outer Yard is under the control of Bowden Master. You might even call him Outside Master. He's just dinked down a Rezu. That's what ATK need, though. Someone to shut down these pushes. Someone to be a rock they can't get by. And Bowden is delivering right now in spades.
My goodness. Alrighty. Third Impact down to only 3 players. It's 210 HP combined, so Rizu just hanging on by a thread versus the 400 for ATK. And yeah, that thread for Rizu gets snapped as Mistim takes out the A1S and sprays him down. 4v2 now. Viz looking to get a response here. He could, but no, Mistim's good for it. Finds Viz and will get the last one as well. At 3K on the round for Mistim, and the rounds have gone back and forth over the last 3.
Back and forth, but those types of rounds tend to favor the T side in the long run. Doesn't
Yeah.
really allow the CTs to establish an economy whatsoever. But Third Impact aren't going to be on a strong buy again. They're going to be on pistols, a deagle for Viz, maybe some armor, 2 deagles. That's it for Third Impact, and I think ATK should get a 9. They pretty much have no excuse not to, unless either Vixeed or Viz pull off the impossible with the deagles, which is definitely very possible. It just shouldn't be allowed to happen. These guys are very ludicrous with the hand cannons, though. Exceed trying his luck outside. Maybe if he gets an overextension, he can do the damage. He takes all that damage, though, and Truth will finish him off. Truth starting to wake up here in the second half. At ATK, trying to mount their defense.
MOTM, oh, nice connection there on Rizu. His third impact, yeah, MOTM's just mopping them up now. A couple of nice shots on Viz as well for his second. And Grape just clutching that deagle. Unfortunately for him, Truth is going to pop out from Secret and leave only Danjora standing with a Glock and a prayer. And that prayer goes completely unanswered. Truth sprays him down. The first multi-kill round for Truth on the night with 3 to his name, as ATK are going to get a 9th, and they're close to 10. They're flirting with those double digits now, but Third Impact are going to bring the rifles right back on out. 2 AKs, the Galil, a MAC-10, and the AWP in Grape's hand. Actually, speaking of the op for Grape, he's actually been a secondary opera for quite some time. Never in the primary role, though, right?
That's the thing.
Now he's taking that on.
Like, T-side opping's a big difference from CT secondary opping. It's so much more nuanced. There's a lot more to do, especially on a map like Nuke. And that's why I'm actually a little concerned about the decision to go for the op over an AK and utility for Grape, because I feel like his rifle would almost be more useful in the situation where the op kind of forces him into a more static play and a more structured position where he can have a lot more freedom with the AK and probably do a little more damage with it. Although, now that he's been tagged down to 33, he's probably very grateful he has the op in hand, but it still seems like something he'd probably be better off, and the team would be better off having him on the rifle in the situation. Fady, though, does get that opening kill. Bowden yet to really reveal himself either, and down the secret stairs they go into the tunnel. And Bowden's over towards ramp. This is not going to be easy. Fady's making his way on a scaffolding too. There's a few tall tasks in order for Third Impact to get through. Like Fady's walk through the scaffolding, just trying to get the information and figure out where things are.
Fady could be a difference maker, but no! Viz wide swings around that smoke and takes him down. Bowden trying to find the response, but he can't, so that's a clean kill coming through from Third Impact, and they get the bomb planted to boot. Bowden still trying to connect with the AWP, missed him supporting. And you see Grape is kind of trapped here in the cubby, but he manages to get the shot on Bowden. Does end up going down to miss him, but that keeps the numbers even, and now we'll give the edge potential to Third Impact. No, MOTM comes right on back, gets Rizu, so now it's a 2v2. MOTM trapping Exceed with Truth, leaving Viz isolated, but time is ticking away. They have to defuse this. Viz has the advantage in every way. They toss the smoke down, but Viz takes down one through the smoke. That could be enough. We'll see. Truth gonna come through, and no, it's gonna be a defusal here for ATK. Very close, but Third Impact cannot hang on.
Close, but no cigar for Third Impact. They do get a lot of damage dealt, but look at the economy on Bowden. 10k before he reinvests in this round. He'll buy the op straight away, so he'll be down to about 3. Wait, no, they saved the op for him. He doesn't need to buy anything. He's still gonna have 7.9k in the bank. And Third Impact are going to sit on pistols and armor. Tech 9 rush 8, not a bad call though. Viz going to go out on site. He's blind as a bat, trying to go forth. Will walk out. Truth is blind, running around. Viz as well. And Mistum bails out Truth from heaven. Gets himself a second and a third. Make it a 4K for Mistum. Mowing down the half-by rush. And Truth will finally get his just desserts at the end there. But Mistum really was his help in the end, up from heaven. That's a great play for Mistum up in the rafters, and ATK 2 rounds shy now of Third Impact. We're starting to come down to the wire. Their buys are becoming a little more infrequent and also a little weaker in terms of utility. Grape. They call a timeout here. Not sure if this is a technical or a tactical. If it is a tactical, I'm sure a main point of conversation is whether or not Grape gets an op. And he will. I don't like that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out here. I actually like the play by Third Impact to go for that quick rush, and the flashbang was great
Oh
from
yeah.
Grape. The only thing it was too good because it blinded Viz as well. So,
Yep.
ended up being to the advantage of ATK and missed him, of course, mopping up pretty much everyone in that round. So Third Impact tried to make it work on the eco, but no dice. Now Grape gonna run right back to the top, as you mentioned. We'll see how it pans out. Could end up going for that duel against Bowden, but in the end, he's going to stick with his team inside of lobby and look for that opening pick on a potential rush here from ATK. But no rush is going to come through. Fade's just waiting for his targets in ramp room.
Yeah, the last round was a great call from Third Impact. A good idea, just a little underwhelming on the final execution. This round is a round Third Impact cannot afford to lose. They need to win this round to keep ahead of ATK. That's a great double kill. Dane gets the one in mini. Viz holds out for Mistim's over-aggressive swing. Truth found two, however, and it is traded back. Still a 3v2. Bomb in the open, not yet recovered for Third Impact. Fady already here. Bowden as well in towards mini. Fady gets caught looking the wrong way, however, and Exceed has established this round in the favor of Third Impact, barring any massive heroics from Bowden. Grape should have spotted him on that jump. Exceed's on the flank. Exceed delivers death. And 14 rounds now on the board for Third Impact. ATK, they have money to buy up in this round, but this is their last dance. This is the last bit of their cash for the most part. Bowden will have quite a bit of cash. I don't know if he could drop 2 players, though, because that's what they would need. ATK, this is almost what you would consider a must-win round, and Third Impact are starting to find their gear.
That is a great quick execute onto the A site for Third Impact, win all of their duels and give ATK nothing to work with at all. So now they're 2 rounds away from taking Nuke here, and that's a great start to round number 27 for them. As Dane Joris is going to get that open. Excuse me, round number 26. Bowden is going to get mollied out of position here, so he has to back off. And Bowden, well, while he's trying to reposition, Grape and Exceed find 2 frags simultaneously, and it's all up to Truth and Bowden up against all 5 players of Third Impact.
Third Impact really getting the opening gears rolling now on the T side. Grape finding one on the op. Dane and Exceed doing their jobs to open things up. Viz gonna walk out now next in line. Perhaps they're playing kill roulette, just trying to get everyone a teammates. Perhaps Bowden is up towards A, but Truth is down on B, making sure they're not going down to the lower site. However, they're going to go up, or they've already got that bomb down. Bowden and Truth have to save. You cannot go for this round if you are ATK. 5 alive from Third Impact. There's no real chance of a retake, down below 5% of a chance. And the guns into the next round are going to be far more impactful than if he would have gone for this retake here. Bowden could get an exit or two as well. Viz is running around with a Glock, jumping. Will finally pick up his AK again, but I'm not so sure why he keeps just going straight for the Glock. He's going to try and get the information on something? I have no idea what's going on in there.
Yeah, I mean, Third Impact's just going to end up getting this round. ATK wanted to save the op in the A1S, which makes sense. You know, even though Bowden and Truth have a ton of money, they need to use that money here to buy up for their teammates because their backs are up against the wall. 4 opportunities for Third Impact here to close out Nuke and take map number 1. 4 AKs and an op on their side, and ATK, 3 A1Ss, and likely 2 more rifles. Yeah, there are a couple on the ground there. I think there's an op and an A1S, so it's going to be the op in Bowden's hands and Fady with the A1. Here we go, as things are going to be talked over, in fact, on the match pause.
Timeout called by ATK Tactical, trying to talk this over, figure out what they need to do into this round. They don't have a margin for error anymore. Their backs are up against the wall, or they're being held over a cliff. Either way, one wrong move, this map's over. Their pick goes the way of Third Impact, and Inferno is up next. Inferno tied for their most played map with Nuke, but their win rate is significantly worse. 4-9 record, 30.8% win rate on that map. So you almost have to say Nuke is a must-win, even though with Mirage waiting in the wings is a third map too, if it does go that far. It's not a great map for ATK either. It really just seems that Third Impact has the advantage in the veto. Don't have it in the round though. See, I thought he was going to burn to death there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with having the advantage in the veto, but this one's not over yet. ATK We're gonna have Mist and find the opener again from the rafters, but look at Third Impact. They managed to sneak through down the vents. Couple of players there, and no one is at B once more. And guess where the bomb is? That's right, it is at the B site. Dangerous taking the lead here. You do have Fady at B ramp, but he's not really going to be in much of a position to deny the bomb plant because the smoke was thrown. Grape gets a frag there to help his teammates out. Look at the damage done here by Third Impact. The bodies are dropping. It looks like it's going to be a 16th round victory here for Third Impact with only Bowden left standing. 43 HP around the corner with the big green towards B, but he will go down to Rizu, and Third Impact take Nuke 16-11 as we head to a break before heading on over to map number 2.